The key word here, and you are going to hate it, is consistency. Yay. All you have to do is post consistently. The end. What does consistency mean? Notice consistency isn't, the definition isn't post every day. Yeah, posting every day is a form of consistency, but ideally, if you want to be a content creator, full-time content creator, you need to find a frequency and posting cadence that works for you and your specific lifestyle. If you have a full-time job and 7 kids, posting every day might not be realistic. That might not work out for you. Maybe it does, I don't know. But what matters at the end of the day is finding a schedule that you can realistically stick to for the next year. If you were to go all in for the next year, what's something realistically you could stick to for a year? And when I say realistically stick to, I want to rephrase that. What is the minimum posts per week you think you could do for a year? Minimum. Not like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good, let's do every day. It's like, okay, well, if I'm sick, or if it's that time of month, or if I'm having a bad week, I think I could do 3 posts. So ask yourself, what is your minimum posts per week that you can do? Because with that as your set schedule, let's say that's 3 posts a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. With that as your set schedule, that means other 4 days, the world is your oyster. You can still post on those days. But if you don't post those days, no biggie, because your consistency is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're always posting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday to TikTok. And then those other days you have, maybe there's a trend and you're like, oh, I want to hop on this trend. Let me do this real quick, post it on a Saturday, be crazy. That's what I do. My team and I, our posting schedule for Instagram and TikTok is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We leave Tuesdays and Thursdays open for trends or for brand collaborations. If a brand comes to us and they're like, hey, do you actually have room to fit this collaboration into like your content calendar 2 weeks from now? We usually leave Tuesdays and Thursdays open just in case a collab comes up. So minimum posts per week. Now, I will say typically what we hear on Instagram, if you could post 3 to 5 reels per week. On TikTok, everybody says 1 post a day. And then YouTube, the average is 1 long form video per week. That is just like the average. I'm not saying that is the way to be successful. It's just the average of what like people have said works well, but it's not needed. The last thing you want to do is say you're going to post every day and burn yourself out and then quit and then stop posting for 5 months. Because the cool thing with consistency is not only is it great for the algorithm and it's great for your audience because they follow you and they know they can expect from you, but also brand collaboration wise, you're going to get more opportunities for PR and collabs when you're posting consistently, because brands, when they're deciding who to work with, they're looking at how often you're posting. And I'm not saying they look to make sure you're posting every day. They look to see, has this creator been consistent in their upload schedule for the past few months, 3 months, right? But if they see you post for 2 weeks and then you stop for 2 months and then you post for 2 weeks and then you stop for 2 months, it doesn't matter if you posted every day for 2 weeks. They want to see, oh, this person posts 3 times a week. They've been doing that for 6 months. I know I could rely on them to send them PR, work with them, collab with them. They're serious. They're a serious content creator. So that's like the perk of consistency. The creators that are the most successful are creators who found a way to implement content creation into their day-to-day lifestyle. I think that's like the secret of being a content creator, is finding a way to blend content creation into your day-to-day life. For me, I had them separated for a long time of like, okay, there's content creator Millie, and then there's real life Millie. And that's fine to do. That worked for me for about 4 or 5 years. But now that I am a mom and I have a baby, it's harder for me to separate the two and separate time for, okay, I carve out time for content creation. Now I have to figure out, how can I just add content creation into my day-to-day flow? That's why I started posting coffee videos, because I'm like, I make coffee every day. I need to be filming and have content ready to go. So I'm just going to start filming what I'm already doing. So I think the most successful content creators or creators who have been doing this for the longest, they have found ways to implement every phase of the content creator process, filming, editing, scheduling, posting, coming up with ideas. They found ways to implement that into their routines, their weekly routines, their monthly routines, their daily routines, and just overall new habits, just like going to the gym. That's kind of what content creation becomes.